rolls you can make with the Raptors, for example. It's a little bit tricky, but... Ooh, okay, let's see if Harrison gets kept here.
It's got to be super tempting.
It's weird in that the Twig's just good, right?
Yes.
Because if you equip the Twig, they are not going to snap Harrison you, and they're probably going to wait a little bit, which means Harrison is a held card in hand that we can see, that they have to wait until they only draw 1 to 2 cards.
And they've
it's so weird, isn't it?
You don't want to snap the Twig.
No.
Basically.
No. Not until it's already nearly broken. You basically let your friend try and break it about, you know,
it is
4
already
times.
nearly broken, that's for sure.
4 times, and then you grab it and go, give me a try. You snap it, they've really just loosened it up for you, but... Yeah.
Cool. So you look like the tough guy.
Yeah, it's like opening a tough jar of pickle.
Where were you when I was 12? Don't answer that question. I just needed advice like this, life tips with Raven.
Really?
How to look
just
tough.
Completely unborn. Is that the right phrase?
It is now. I
not alive?
It's
not a thing?
It's not a good phrase, but yeah.
Well, let's get into it, the Twig. It's live. For Indonesia, they can play in a few turns, and then Czech Republic, you know, double-edged sword right there. They have the Harrison ready, but they did keep it, and we can see Indonesia, you can still win this matchup without the Twig. Once the Warrior's armor goes away, you bring a very straightforward count, right? In terms of, you know whether they've got shield blocks or armorers. If they haven't, great. If they have, well, you can account for that to a certain extent.
It's very interesting. Again, this is like, I mean, these are decks you see on ladder, but this is an evolution of people sort of going over each other's deck. It's like, okay, I'm going to play Harrison in case they play Twig, and then go, okay, I'll play Tyrantus, because then I need another win condition in case Twig gets blown up, because more and more people are killing it. And it's just going one better than the other people all the time. Like, normally, Harrison versus Twig gives the Warrior a great chance of winning, but Tyrantus, like you said at the start there, was going to really equal this one up.
Yeah, it's just a pain to deal with, and there you go. And most importantly, with this deck, a lot of the time, you have the mana just knocking around at 10, where, say you don't want a UI, you've already got plenty of cards, you can't play Malagos Moonfires because you've not got the rest of the combo. You know, you might be holding a lot of cards. Well, this time, if you've got 10 mana, if worst case is dropping a 12/12 untargetable onto the board, sweet.
But all the things you just said are only relevant most of the time. Right now, Indonesia are struggling to find that ramp.
They are. They have to play a reasonable game of Hearthstone instead of one we saw last round that you cast, last series, should I say, where it was just like, the wild growth, nourish, whatever the hell you want.
That was an unreasonable game of Hearthstone.
I was just like, right, they UI'd me on 4, or whatever turn it was, turn
Raven,
4 or 5.
get ready, you're up.
Yeah, I was relaxed back there, just watching the game, and I blinked and was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Guess I'm going. Ferocious Howl. Choice now between that and coin into the weapon. I don't think you need to overly rush. You don't have tons of things, so you've got the time to swing the weapon loads anyway.
May have mentioned once or twice before, with Druid, you have to trust your deck. Play the Howl, draw a good card, you'll be fine. For me, that phrase is you hitting people in the face with Hunter. For me, it's just like, Druid will draw its way out of it. It'll be fine.
It normally does, to be fair.
Strange that when you stack your deck full of completely busted cards, it tends to draw good cards. Or as Admirable would say, it just draws patches every turn. Not this deck.
Slightly different version of Druid, I think he was talking about.
The Taunt Druid here. He just thinks every card is patches.
Wild Growth.
Patches, not patches.
Right, there we go.
But it draws
proving him wrong already.
Yeah. Always best to pick on people when they're not here to defend themselves. Definitely the best way. Sottle taught me that one.
How did Sol teach you that? All he does is pick on me, and I'm here all the time.
He said, when you're not with Raven, pick on him, so I, don't have to.
Oh, so you just want time off bullying me, okay. so definitely a weird holiday request. I wouldn't sign off if I was his boss.
Imagine if you were Sottle's boss.
I dream of that most nights.
The look on your face was amazing.
I dream of that most nights.
All right, Czech Republic. 0 out of 7, so they've got to get a move on.
Yeah, they do kind of have 7 available to them, though. The Qatar Creeper, Stonehill's worth 2, and then Phantom Militia is worth 3 once you hit the turn 9, of course. But also, you could even Phantom Militia on 6, and it's likely that the deck draws a reasonable taunt to play early on. The taunt's max out for anyway.
This is what happens, though, when Sifka is not in charge. They're not eating fruit. They're eating, like, chocolatey things.
Oh, I mean, the bananas got them the win last time, so I'm kind of worried now if they've gone with the unhealthy option.
It's not good.
Maybe this is what they do when they're down.
Like, power up.
Yeah, maybe it's a chocolate banana biscuit. People eat chocolate and banana, right? That's a combo.
They could. And if they don't, we should start making them.
Okay. See the corner sentry get taken there from the Stonehill, so that's 2. 3 with the Tar Creeper.
What to do?
Indonesia don't seem to be communicating a lot of the time. It's great they've all gone to the same room. I love to see that, but it seems to be quite quiet, which is not necessarily a bad thing either. If a
Maybe
couple of
it's
people just shut up and let the others get on
aura
with
of
it.
calm.
What
Yeah.
to do?
They are talking though.
Still nothing doing, but next turn it all kicks off with Novish.
Yeah, the Norwich pickup was nice.
Very methodical approach to this from the Czech Republic. Obviously, like you said, they've got a good chance here of just getting the quest done. But I think the best way to do it, Corner Sentry is always an interesting card to me when to use it.
Yeah. There we go.
2 out of 7.
Yeah. So yeah, so there's 3 with the Phantom Militia.
Do you just trust the
Fine.
Phantom Militia next turn, do you think? Just play 2 out there, seems alright. You get a little bit of chip damage out of it by playing it earlier. It's not all counting up the quests.
It is, but the worry is if you play 2, then you go to 4, then you have 5, then even if you draw another taunt, you're not there yet.
Sure.
So I'd rather even not necessarily have to play Corner Sentry, but I'd rather draw a turn also, see if I get another taunt, then you can just guarantee it, right?
Yeah.
100%. Whereas you do hit those odd moments where if you need 2 draws instead of 1, that's quite a dramatic increase. Double, some may say.
I'd probably say that if I was being pedantic.
Sounds okay.
I thought I'd give you some time off. Indonesia going through the process we talk about a lot from turn 7 to 9, or mana turn 7 to 9, of just emptying out that hand, make the way for the new blood that Ultimate Infestation presents. Czech Republic working out when to Harrison. Not yet is the answer. Because then you lose to Ultimate Infestation really quickly.
There's also some plays they have to consider soon. It might line up okay. But like, what happens if you try and empty the board with this Tyrant? Like, clear these off. Obviously, it's kind of 2-for-1s. And then you play Tarantus on the most empty board you can. It's literally only a Brawl that beats it with Raptors. And then you just Alex bang. Like, Malagos can stay.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's something that feels
And then you're on
pretty
like
good right
3
now.
or something.
Right, and then how does a warrior get out of that without being really messy? You also have a 12-12 and an 8-8 on the board.
Yeah, and in some situations, just challenge them to make sure they don't lose a 1 in 5. Even in bad situations, like you've got to just 20% of the time I'm going to get you.
And you still have UI, you still have Malagos, you still have Moonfire, you still have Swipe, you still have Malfurion. You know, there's a lot of juice you can still draw that just win the game. It's asking a lot of questions of the warrior right now.
This is kind of a variant on that theme. It's not the same, but Alex Straza's pretty big herself.
The funny thing here is it's either get a full mana turn. Wait. Oh, this is so funny.
Is it?
Yeah, because this baits Harrison, right? Look at the turn next turn.
Yeah.
They go to 9 mana. It can do nothing with 9 mana. They can't do anything with 9 mana.
But they didn't dare risk it.
Yeah, they have Naturalize and Hero Power and a Wild Growth to 10 mana that they're going to get anyway. So they played Alex with the 1 Twig Swing with the intention of them saying, well, if they don't do it, they go to 10 anyway and get a kind of 1.5 turn plus the card they draw. If they do break it, sweet! They're on 10 mana and they can do Tarantus and Ultimate Infestation things. That's a really weird play. Not weird necessarily bad, just weird.
Just managed to use the coin as another wild growth, the way they worked it.
Right.
And this looks simple, but still worth discussing. Winland in a whole heap of trouble.
Been a real mixed bag of results so far in the first 2 weeks of global games.
What to do?
I do like the Transis here because
course, deal with it.
You're literally asking the warrior to have either a wall of taunts or corner sentry brawl.
And this is the play you were doing, but they found a way to do it a turn earlier.
Absolutely fine by me.
Yeah, yeah, do it quicker. Well, definitely.
Oh, the brawl got picked up though.
Oh no, the look on everybody's face in the Czech Republic was like, don't tell me. Somebody find a play that isn't pressing this brawl. I mean, you have to corner sentry if you do it, right?
Yes, and the crazy thing is you can't double cornered sentry. You also can't armor cornered sentry brawl to gain one extra minion in your favor, and two, some armor that you probably need against Malygos Druid.
It's just the look of resignation coming over their faces. They slowly but surely realise they've got to do this, or most likely got to do it.
If you didn't believe me at the start of this matchup when I talked about the benefits of Tarantus and how it came, well, we talked about the benefits of Tarantus and
this
how
would
it
be
came
over.
into the meta. Look at this situation. It's horrible. What does the warrior do?
Yeah, it's basically, in a weird way, it just counters the Harrison, right? You've lost your twig to Harrison. Well, here's a big boy.
Well, here's 12 damage that I wanted to get from the twig. But in a minion you can't kill, and here we go.
It's go time.
Oh wait, they're just putting up taunts. Okay. Different idea. It does gain them a lot of armor. This probably is just overall safer. Would you like a potential second Tarantus, Linda?
It's tempting.
Oh wait.
Oh, hang on though. Everybody sits forward.
Swipe, hero power, naturalize.
Clears.
That I can't argue with that. It does.
But 2 12-6s. One will stick around and clear the board. I think I like to clear and hit 12 into face and see what happens.
But we can see the clears better because it just makes brawl completely ineffective.
But I mean, 12 to face, if they do brawl, if they do have a way of clearing it, how do they kill it?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You've got to stick something
They
in the way.
literally need brawl. If you leave minions on the board. If you don't leave minions on the board, there is second warp. No, you can't warp path. Yeah, pass. I don't know how they clear it.
So
They just have to put a taunt in the way and hope it's enough.
Malygos.
Time waits for no one.
So now, this seems fine as well. I like to clear and hit you, but this is fine as well, I think. I think they're reluctant to maybe use a naturalize just because of the fact that the Czech Republic are so low on cards.
Right, and also if you naturalize one, then it still leaves just a random 2-1 on the board doing things. So, you know, like, that's just annoying. What they're doing, though, now is saying that the 2 minions can kill a Tarantus.
Yeah, I think the clear just felt better. And if it doesn't die, you just face it next turn.
Right. And how can it die?
It can't. I mean, it could end up being like useless, but it couldn't die. They play some taunts, you make another 12-6. I think I preferred waiting one turn, personally. Because you've got to connect a few times to get this 36 through. You've lost your twig, so you're not going to combo kill them in Malygos. But by saving the swipe, obviously they get more options this turn. Now they start shooting things at you.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw what you were thinking there. You think you trade first, give yourself the 50-50.
Yeah.
But I feel this way just gives you the option. If you hit the 12-4, you can still bump into the 12-6 with the 2 minions, and you basically kill them both. So if it hits the...
Maybe you just take the 12 with the weapon.
Or you can take the 12 with the weapon, but I think you just leave up the chain gangs to face off against a 12-2.
Okay.
So they had 2 and 3 chances.
Just thinking, asking for the removal isn't a big question, right?
Sure.
Can Druid remove two threes? Like,
Well,
probably.
They chose not to a couple of turns ago.
Nice.
So maybe they concluded it wasn't there.
I guess it's UI one.
And also it stops UI. If it had gone to 12 as a 12-2, it would have stopped the UI. Because you'd be facing off a 12-2 against a 2-3, which you wouldn't want.
I like the UI now, though. What Indonesia need are options, because this looks like it might be slipping away.
Yeah, quite a way to go yet, because the Druid's good at sticking minions in the way for a while. But I agree with you, I think slowly but surely, Czech Republic are scraping their way back into this.
Yeah, you can see the benefit, though, right? Like, look at the raw power of UI. Imagine Tarantus isn't even there, right? Imagine Tarantus is just dead.
Okay.
Well,
it's a happy vision.
Indonesia still have a ton of great cards. Lich King, their Branching Path. They have the Malygos. They have a Naturalize in case there's something sticky in the way they need to get rid of. So they do have the options. It's just after these two threats, there isn't really anything else left that the Warriors are going to care about outside of Malfurion. But what's super important right now is armor gain is very slim.
Yes. Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to do this brawl. I was just thinking that while you were nattering away. Because when are they going to get it? They've got two, so when are they going to get two better brawls than that? One, sure, some sort of spreading plague shenanigans. And honestly, at this point, missing. So you quite often you want to hit the minion, obviously. That's always your first one. But if you miss 2 or 3 times in a row, suddenly you start wanting to hit.
Yes,
it's always a weird way how it works.
You want to do one thing.
Yeah.
Right. You either want to clear all the minions in some matchups, obviously, or you want to just spam face. Right.
You've got one job.
One or the other. Yeah. You can't just change. You can't just change your decision. You gotta stick to your guns. I'll stick to your Ragnarok shots.
Trying to work out what the effective hand sizes are here. Of course, when you have that hero power, your hand size is effectively quite a lot bigger because you have a removal card every turn. Certainly, Indonesia capable of making another board or two yet.
It's definitely how they make it, though. They've got to be scared of this armor. And they also have to consider that although Naturalize is a fantastic removal tool, at the moment with the Czech Republic only on 2 cards, 3 on the draw, then they don't want to give them another 2 on top of that. Like, that's a significant increase in hand size. And as you said, the removal acts like a semi-card anyway. So they are going to be a little bit worried. They want to bring this armor down so the Malygos doesn't get shield slammed, and they want to make it more difficult to deal with overall.
Yep. And conversely, I think the Czech Republic will hold on to at least one of these Sulfuras charges so that Malygos can be taken down with the combination of that and the hero power.
This is not bad, though.
For a couple of turns of tiptoeing around.
This gets 5 damage to face, reduces the armor down, which is super important. Because they also just don't want the Lich King just shield slammed either, they just don't want it ignored.
Yeah. Yeah, make them hit you. Make them hit your minions. Pew!
Ouch. The face.
You see where they wanted it to go and it wasn't there.
Czech Republic really do not want to hit this ghoul with a shield slam. But they've decided they have to by looks things. Maybe not. There's discussion happening right now. But yeah, this shield slam on this ghoul when you know it's probably the second weakest card in the deck right now in terms of minions has got to hurt.
Yeah, just buying themselves some time. Because they're getting to the point now where Ragnaros is going to be a major pest. And they seem more, I mean, I'm concerned about their position, but they seem a bit more concerned about it than me. But now, the branching paths, double branching paths in hand at some point, even on a couple of minions, could force a lot of damage through.
Even funnily enough, Spreading Plague.
And Tyrant.
Branching paths you can still do.
Just looking at Spreading Plague into Tyrant just right now, obviously cycle a bit first, see if we pick up anything else up.
Gotta be careful with a bit of cycle here. They're only on 6 cards after this draw now.
Yeah, I want to make sure they can actually play their cards before they start fatiguing.
Yeah. What they might do here, actually, which is a nice play, is if this hits, say this hit goes face.
Yeah.
Czech Republic already showed that they did not enjoy missing that goal and had to shield slam it.
Okay.
So they can't remove minions easily.
Okay.
Then you branch your path for double attack and say, let's roll. Because there's no armor gain. We've just seen the shield block, of course. So
right.
Yes, I know there are certain cards that can gain armor in the deck, but on average, there is no real armor gain left in the deck.
Using that first charge to clear a board. Acolyte Pain is a very welcome sight right now. Finland hanging in there.
Yeah, fighting back.
Acolyte Pain not only going to draw a card, but representing the execute threat they need. And then they can start forcing shots to the face, and that's when things get terrifying.
Right.
No good-looking plays here. They really don't want to play this Lich King. They must have a good idea what's in their hand, because those 2 cards have been sat there forever.
Yeah.
Box cam here. Is that a banana in a box? I think it might be.
Probably.
Pretty sure that was a lucky banana.
God, I wouldn't want a lucky banana. Imagine how rotten that's going to get after a few weeks. It's a long tournament format.
It would be a pretty, especially the temperature here in Europe right now. Pretty warm.
Ooh, the worst one you could get.
Seen a lot of those around.
We're going to hero power first.
You think?
Yeah.
Because you're getting information of one sort from the hero power. You're getting information of another sort from bumping in the Acolyte and getting a card.
That's true. I'm just thinking that the Acolyte's still just a pain because you're so far ahead on fatigue.
And it's there for Malygos.
You don't need to throw it away. It's there for Malygos. And also, if hero power hits Lich King, fine. If it hits face, fine. You can still make that play. But also, you quickly hitting the point where you know Indonesia are running out of stuff. And if you get to hero power this as well, it just means you've got like more answers than you need, if anything.
Yep, just get an extra card in hand by hitting a Lich King. It's effectively drawn you another card in its own little way, in my little way.
Lorinda's little way.
To impact.
What a bad card in this instance.
It's weird because when you go through the cards in their hand, they all look fine, but actually none of them really do anything right now, and they haven't got much longer than right now. 4 cards in deck. Not only that,
Two of them are Moonfire.
Yeah, and they're taking damage quite quickly as well now. If you don't play anything in the way, you're just going to take 8, then 13, or 9, then 13.
They have Malfurion, Moonfire, Spellstone, I think. It's my count, Lauren.
I'm happy with 3 of those, and Spellstone probably. I think their hand's almost forced. I think just because of the fact they've got nothing else to do, just waiting, they will die in 2 turns.
Okay.
I don't think it's great, but
These Moonfires just got really bad. They must know that Malygos is dead, right? Been cards held for so long, you've seen 0 executes, there's only 9 cards in the deck, and there's an activator in the form of just the weapon equipped.
I think it's just one of those plays where we can't work out how we ever win.
Right.
So let's go for the chance we've misread it, and math hasn't happened, and our opponent's blah blah blah, and.
Out of my jungle!
And Czech Republic, Raven, coming back.
Looks like it. I don't see a way out for Indonesia now, even with the Tarantus. I do feel like they could have pushed some more damage, though.
Well, they're pushing down by hitting for face every turn for 8.
I mean,
Czech
I'm
Republic
talking Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia have definitely ended up with a lot of cards in hand.
There was a moment where they could have given Czech Republic 2 additional cards, but they could have hit for 12. And obviously, you know, the butterfly effect of, well, the game just looks different. But then suddenly with that extra hit, you maybe can just like swipe face and then
There was a decent chance as well they'd get to faceless the 12-6.
Right.
If they'd gone with that route.
Yeah.
Because how would it have been removed that turn? And then when the
that
brawl
was it for
comes,
me,
one
like-
of your 12-6s has got a much better chance of winning the brawl.
That was it. It was a 12-6 on a completely empty board. How does it die? It's just unlikely, right?
Very unlikely.
Especially so early in the game.
And looking now, if they manage to get 12 through twice, so we
if you get
forced
12
one.
twice.
If you get another
you don't play
sneaky
Malygos.
12, and there could be a snowball effect, then you could just win the game, and you don't play the Malygos, like you say.
You would just double branching paths for armor and just say, let's just wait, and then Malygos go. With like the swipe beforehand, obviously.
Rotten to my core.
You did the voice line for Rotten Appleworm, right?
You-
Rotten to my core.
I'm nice, Raven.
Oh, okay.
I'm a nice guy.
I must have misheard, Lorinda.
Can you imagine me saying that word?
Yes. What, misheard or core?
Anything starting with R.
Oh, rotten. Oh, that's why you didn't
That's
do it.
not my voice line. I can promise you that one.
Just did some, tech changes. Like the equivalent of photoshopping your voice.
Voice shop
Yeah.
with Lorinda. So here's a branching path play. It only needs to do 29 damage and get through 3 taunts, and they're good.
Easy.
They got this.
They're like, right. Step
Now,
one.
now what?
Like, did anyone remember the rest of this plan? You can make 2 Yetis with Colin.
I think he's just doing one at a time, just see if anyone has an idea halfway through. Like,
Nope.
yeah, you know when you change your mind, like, do you want to go out tonight? Do you want to stay in and play Hearthstone? And then someone says something, you know which one you want to do. He's just doing that. Let's get in 6 armors if anyone complains.
Yeah.
See if anyone actually knows what they want to do here.
They've made 2 Yetis, you can't argue with that. But there's just a lot of health on the board. They do have 3 attack every turn if they want with the Malfurion.
They're also nearly dead.
That is true.
But if this goes face, if anything, no. So this board can be dealt with pretty easily, as long as the shot hits.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't hit, you just jam a chain gang in the way and chill.
I think even at this point, you could probably just equip Scourge Lord.
It does go face. Findan seeing the funny side. Yeah, and obviously the Scourge Lord gets rid of the hero power, but you get to the point where it doesn't matter because you kill everything they've got.
Yeah, you're too far ahead. They've got other options right now, so they don't need to do it, but
Should it come to that?
even that turn, Garrosh into hero power clears the board. They can push a tiny bit of damage with this 2 mana. 2 attack, sorry. And then we'll look how far ahead they are on fatigue. Like, they're just fine at this point.
Feels like almost every team ends up with Warrior being left up.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're seeing a lot of it.
I just ban it because I hate playing against it. If I was on the UK team, I'd be like, ban Warrior. Why? Just don't like it.
That's why you're not on the UK team, Raven.
There are other reasons why I'm not on the UK team. I'm valued much more as a caster. If I wasn't here casting BU, what would happen? It would be a mess, wouldn't it?
Would it?
Yeah. Whereas the UK...
Wouldn't I have it under control, Raven?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Gonna be
There'd
honest
be
with you,
things
I'm
running around.
I'm not going to lie to you,
In the background.
Probably not.
Stats all over the walls.
Yep.
Yeah,
It would just be like the Shining, and
yeah.
like writing everywhere. You just
All
be like,
work and no play makes Lorinda a dull boy.
Yeah, and instead of that, even that phrase, it would just be like player stats written all over the wall.
3, 9, 7, 2, 2, 2.
Hunter Ace is good.
1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, 5, 3, 5, 8, 9, 7, 9, 3, 2, 3, 8, 4, 7, 2, 6, 4, 3, 8, 3, 2, 7, 9.
Is that Tom's new name?
502, 8, 8, 4. That's Pie Monster
Oh,
for next year.
for next year. Warpath's going to clear this one up as we've been whittering on about nothing, to be completely honest.
We would
Put
do
the hero
that.
powers for lethal and G to the G. Czech Republic even it up 2-2 versus Indonesia. They are not too happy about it, but Czech Republic are looking pretty good themselves. They're at 2-2. And last game to play now. What have we got?